The first time we have sex, we are both fully clothed, at our desk during working hours, bathed in blue computer light. He is uptown processing a new bundle of microfiche, and I am downtown handling corrections for a new Labrador detective manuscript. He tells me what he ate for lunch and asks if I can manage to take off my underwear in my cubicle without anyone noticing. His messages come with impeccable punctuation. He is fond of words like taste and spread. The empty text field is full of possibilities. Of course, I worry about IT remoting into my computer or my internet history warranting yet another disciplinary meeting with HR. But the risk? The thrill of a third pair of unseen eyes. The idea that someone in the office with that sweet post-lunch break optimism might come across the thread and see how tenderly Eric and I have built this private world. Hey guys, I'm back again and I'm here to do my review of Luster, and that's by Raven Leilani. Okay, now Luster, this was a book that I was asked to review, and gladly I picked it up. I picked it up with a lot of curiosity because they actually wanted me to review something else, and I was just like, nah, that's not really my cup of tea. And so I decided to go with this one. And this is a debut novel. And let me tell you, this book is so out there. But like, I would say it's out there in a good way. Now, you have the main character, as you heard the section I read, that's the first paragraph of the book. So, I'm not going to give you, any spoilers or anything like that. But you have the main character's name is Edie. She's 20-something years old. And she's working in like a publishing company or something. And she is, she's pretty out there sexually. She is actively having a relationship with a married man. Edie is a young 20-something black woman, and she's having a relationship with a 50-something, year old white man. Now, when I first started reading, I thought, oh crap, here we go with Queenie, And then I pulled back and I kept reading, and I said, okay. I see you, Raven Leilani. Okay, this book is so freaking good. It is probably, I'll give you an example. This is the book that Such a Fun Age wasn't. Okay, now I don't know if that makes sense. That will only make sense to people who have actually read Such a Fun Age. If you read Such a Fun Age and you felt like it didn't go far enough, you're correct, because it doesn't go far enough. This one right here goes a lot further. Now, the thing is, this book it starts as something that seems very simplistic as a plot line. So this young black woman having an affair with this older white man, and then with all that conjures up in your head, like, a wife somewhere, kids somewhere. Well, let's just say Raven Leilani takes it to the hilt. So through this character of Edie, whose name is barely mentioned in this entire book, but we are basically reading a book in the first person, so we are literally in Edie's head. That's why her name isn't probably mentioned that much as well. But we are inside her head, so we hear every single thought that is crossing her mind. That is, doesn't matter how correct, incorrect, how questionable it sounds. We get it all. Totally unfiltered. And I don't think I've read a book like this in a long while, where you have that first person point of view that is just totally unfiltered and shocking at times because the things that she says. And sometimes the thing that she does is just a little bit like, girl, you know, get it together. But here again, I think another point that's really interesting for this one is you have the example of a 20-something-year-old that is really living that 20-something-year-old life that a lot of 20-something-year-olds are living, which is going job to job because you can't seem to find a job that is stable, that pays regular money. Sometimes you have to go apartment to apartment because once you lose your job or one of your roommates loses their job, then they can no longer pay the rent and then they wind up leaving. That is life today for 20-something. And that's what luster encompasses for me, looking at it as a 50-something-year-old, that it really lays out the difficulty it is to live in this time as a 20-something-year-old. We're talking job difficulties, living conditions, you know, difficulties, relationship difficulties, like finding the right person. Is it easy to find the right person? And when you do, is it really going to work? Or is it easier to just have flings? Or is it better to just hone your sexual skills instead of worrying about getting, you know, a regular partner? It just goes through just a ton of things that maybe we don't think about so much being older people, which a lot of y'all are much younger than me, so y'all don't know. But I mean, I think about it because I have daughters that are 20-something-year-olds. So I do think about it because of that. And this book just kind of brings it full circle. And not only that, sprinkle in the race issue and you really get the full, you know, the full Monty with this one. The writing is raw, direct, descriptive. It's a very quick read. I think I read this one in an afternoon or a day, pretty much. It reads to a point where you feel like it's almost like I felt like I was reading someone's diary at times. And that can feel a little bit voyeuristic to a certain extent, but I think that is the beauty of this particular novel. That is something fresh about this kind of writing, is that it does feel like maybe reading someone's journal, even though you're not. But then at the same time, you get interesting dialogue and interesting societal situations set up in order for the author to make a point or critique on society today. I highly recommend you read Luster. Now, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a perfect novel, but it's damn near close to one. And for a debut novel, my hats are off to her. She did that thing, okay? And I am really excited for whatever she writes next. I am here for it. I highly recommend this one. If you haven't read Luster, please pick it up. It's a very good novel. So that's all I have for you today, and I'll be back real soon with another video. Bye-bye.